I'm Samarthya from Bodsphere. Thank you so much for stopping by our YouTube channel. So today is all about anterior pelvic tilt. What exactly it is, how this situation can get better over a period of time. So if you are sitting in the cross-legged position or if you're sitting on a chair, you must have seen that a lot of times people tend to slouch, so they make a hunch. So your pelvic region, it is going back, yeah, so it is going back. So when that happens, you tend to create a flat back. So this is the posterior pelvic tilt, because your pelvic tilt, your pelvic region, basically it is going down. So in this case, what happens is your spine is creating a curve because you are creating a hunch in this situation. So your pelvic region, it is going back. So when that happens, your spine looks like this. Anterior pelvic tilt is when you are engaging your spine. So you're trying to push your lower back in so that it creates a curve in the lower back, especially around the lower back. So when that happens, so the pelvic region is going forward. Now, if it is going forward, it is great, not a problem. But still, if there is excessive anterior pelvic tilt, it can lead to difficulty in walking, standing, lying down, sitting, or executing other poses also. So anterior pelvic tilt, or you can say the posterior also, it happens because of your posture, because of your sleeping posture, or maybe standing or sitting, or if there is excessive sitting also involved. So in that case, the muscles go in opposite directions. So for example, the spine is going in this direction, the pelvic region is going in this direction, or it is the other way around. So if you want to have a neutral pelvic tilt, which is neither excessive on the anterior side nor excessive on the posterior side, it's always good to do certain poses which can help you get better in your situation. And there is nothing wrong and right over here. All you have to do is do these poses every single day to actually see the results in your own body. So the first pose, what you have to do is you come on all fours. So the knees are right below the pelvic region and the shoulders are right above the wrists. In this case, you have to gently push the spine in and you have to look up. Now what that does is, right now you are creating an anterior pelvic tilt. So let's all look up, 45 degrees up. Let's all hold over here for a while. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you have to push your thoracic spine up towards the ceiling to create a posterior pelvic tilt. Now, God forbid, if you are having excessive anterior pelvic tilt, it's always good to push your spine towards the ceiling. So it's like you are executing the Asana or the cat pose. So you have to push it a bit more. And let's all hold over here for only 3 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And once again, let's all push the spine in and let's all look up. If you think that you're having excessive pelvic tilt, anterior pelvic tilt, it's better to execute the cat pose. Not much of the cow pose, which I am doing right now, because that way you are creating more anterior pelvic tilt. 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, let's push the spine up towards the ceiling to fix the anterior pelvic tilt now. So cat and cow, it is amazing for both anterior and the posterior pelvic tilt. It depends upon what you want to fix. But since this tutorial is more about fixing the anterior pelvic tilt, we are executing the cat pose right now, or the Asana. But God forbid, if you suffer from posterior, you can stay in the posterior also when you are pushing the spine in to go for the cow pose or Asana. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's come back to the center. So this is a neutral spine that you are having right now. So for the anterior, ideally you should be executing the cat pose. So your spine is creating a hunch. So if your spine has gone way too in, so you are pushing your spine in, yeah, and the chest is also going in, so that you are creating a hunch. If God forbid, if you are suffering from excessive posterior pelvic tilt, it's always good to push the spine towards the floor and look up 45 degrees up. So you are executing the cow pose or the Bithilasana. So depending upon your situation, you can definitely modify the pose. Now, apart from this, the second pose that can definitely help you fix your anterior pelvic tilt is Asana. Some people call it as the knee to chest pose. So you are simply folding your legs. If you want, you can wrap your arms around your shin bones. If that is an issue because of less flexibility or mobility, not a problem. You can hold on to the shin bones also. So what that does is, right now your lower back is completely rested on the floor. There is no gap between the lower back and the floor. So right now we are creating a hunch with our lower back. So let's all hold in Apanasana for a while. It's a beautiful pose. And by the way, it also helps in digestion. So that is another quick fact about Apanasana. If you want, you can hold on to your forearm. For only 5 seconds, let's all hold. Upper body is simply rested on your mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from here itself, you may straighten up the left leg and you can continue holding on to the right shin bone. And you are simply holding on to the forearm by wrapping your arms around the right shin bone, which is an easier version of the Ardha Pavan Muktasana, or the half gas releasing or the wind relieving pose. Just make sure that your left leg is straight, so it should not be folded. If you want to make it more dynamic, you may also lift your upper body up and you may rest your nose onto the right knee. Even that is completely fine. Or you can continue resting your upper body onto the floor. So it's a slight pull that you are creating using your arms. Let's all hold over here for only 5 seconds with a beautiful gentle smile on your face for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's all release. And let's all switch towards the left side. And let's all hold over here for only 5 seconds. Even in this pose, you are trying to create a hunch with your lower back, trying to create posterior pelvic tilt. So right now we are working on the anterior. We are trying to fix it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's all release the left leg. So you can execute Ardha Pavan Muktasana. You can hold it for 10 seconds. If you want to hold it for 20 seconds, even that is completely fine. But you need to balance both the legs. Yeah. And apart from this, Adho Mukha Svanasana, or the downward facing dog, also helps a lot. So it's also known as Parvatasana or the mountain pose. Yeah. So if you are coming in the mountain, so you have to remember that you are not pushing the spine way too in, but it's a slight push from the shoulders, from your pelvic region, from your spine. So it's a slight push. And we are going to hold. So in this case, if your heels are unable to rest on the floor, that is completely all right. It requires a bit of ankle mobility. It requires elongation of the hamstrings also. Execution of the downward facing dog will help you a lot if you want to fix the anterior pelvic tilt. So let's all hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's all relax. So till now we have done the cat pose for the anterior pelvic tilt. If you want to fix it, yes, so you go into the cat. If you want to fix the posterior pelvic tilt, you go in the cow. If you want to fix the anterior pelvic tilt again, you have to execute the Ardha Pavan Muktasana and then Apan Asana, when you are grabbing your forearm and you are wrapping your arms around your shin bone. And then comes the downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now another pose that will definitely help you fix your anterior pelvic tilt is Shalabhasana. So you are placing both the palms either next to your body, or you can make a fist and place it under your groin region. So as you inhale, let's lift the legs up towards the ceiling. So the legs are going ideally 8 to 10 inches or sometimes 6 to 8 inches off the ground, and you are simply holding the pose over here in Shalabhasana for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And very gently, as you exhale, you may relax your legs along with your arms. So these poses will help you immensely. If, God forbid, if someone is suffering from anterior pelvic tilt, please, you can do these asanas every single day, and holding the poses will help you a lot. So if you are holding for 20 seconds or sometimes for 30 seconds also, you are staying in the pose. That way you can get better in your bodily situation, and there is nothing to worry about. Everything that exists in this world, everything is curable. Even this will get cured, so don't worry at all. And I really hope that this tutorial was helpful for you. And please don't forget to like our video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any particular requests when it comes to the tutorials, so you can just drop your comments in the comment section below, and we'll be super quick in answering to your queries and your questions. So we are going to see you all in the next video, everyone. Bye. Namaste.